Thank you very much, Mr. Tripathi, setting the tone for this session. And I was very intently listening to all the status you're giving, the database you provided. And what I liked, that what needs to be done to create an ecosystem for the gas demand. So I'll just, because that is a key that is coming out of Mr. Tripathi's, address. So in support of that, I'll say a few things. As it is, in my capacity currently as Chairman FICCI Hydrocarbon Committee, I have been very, very passionate about the gas. I feel gas is the fuel that is the future, at least for the next half century. Mr. Tripathi mentioned about the various limitations for the renewables. We would also like to be, like Germany and another small country in Europe. They have achieved 100% renewable. We would also like to be, to reach that direction. But for an economy, for a country like us, as of now, I would say that that's a very, very distant dream. Currently, in India, the fossil fuels, coal, oil and gas constitute 92 to 93% of the energy basket, as against the global average of 85%. So to tell you, even on the global scale, you take an average 85% dependence on fossil fuels, and the commitment for COP21 to reduce greenhouse gases and all, I feel the world has to travel a long way to achieve that. And within this fossil fuels, the energy basket I mentioned, to my mind, the coal constitutes about 54-55%, oil is about 30%, and unfortunately gas is only about 6.5% of the energy basket. 8 years back, it was 11%. But we know the reasons. I don't want to dwell in details why the gas production in the country has gone down very steeply. So it is only 6.5%, and the global average is 24%. Our policymakers, they have given a call that we would like to raise this percentage to 15% at least by 2022 or 2025. Tripathi ji, what is the year? So I feel that's a very nice, very good message, but let us, look at certain bare facts also. Our Prime Minister has also given a call to reduce import dependency on this oil and gas by 10% by 2022. I had contributed an article for Economic Times about a month back, where I mentioned, just today our import dependence for oil is 80%. For gas, it has reached a level of 45% last year. If we want to achieve 20% reduction in the oil imports, what we need to do? That means the domestic production by 2022 has to reach the level of 87 million tons. As of now, I can say it's only a wishful thinking. I have used the same terminology in my article, that it is only a wishful thinking. Let us see the ground realities. It is just not possible. But the question is, are we doing enough to reach in that direction? Petronet LNG, we have the first CEO of PLL, Mr. Suresh Mathur, present here. I'm sure he'll share with you how much difficulty it was for the promoters to contribute to equity and to agree to that import price of LNG that was around $4.5 MMBTU. I think Mr. Suresh Mathur will clarify it more. Nobody was willing to agree to that sort of price. And the question was, we have so much gas discoveries in our own backyard, why do we need to import LNG? And the reality is, now the import dependency is 45%. So thing is enough being done to optimally exploit our own domestic resources? I'm very blunt in telling no. Thing is, and I have used that why it is not being done. I see the pricing is the main issue. Consumer does not want to pay a price higher than $3 to $4 MMBTU, and they quote the solar. Now it is the Reva in MP. Last week only, the Friday, the closing auction price, the largest 750 megawatt solar water the plant, the rate has come down less than 3 rupees per unit, 2.97 rupees per unit. But the question that I would like to ask, what is the potential? What is the potential for total production? How much solar currently contributing? To my mind, not even 2% of the total energy basket. How much it can take? I wish, and I am a proponent that solar power, that in case we can find answer for the storage batteries, this in future will solve the problem, but that is future. The technology has to come. So realistically, what we need to look for? Coal, well, the king coal dominates 54% energy basket, but it is the least desirable from an environmental point of view. Then comes oil. The best in the fossil fuel is gas. And I have very strongly used, I have sent a communication to Petroleum Ministry also that oil producer in India gets import parity price for its produce. Why not gas producer? We want to make India as gas-based economy. What is the logic denying that import parity price for gas? And standing here, I stand by my words. The current pricing, it is not sustainable even for this difficult fields, deep waters, SPST field, the price of $5.7 MMBTU. The investment approvals have been done, but I know the inside story. It is not viable to produce and sell and make profit at that price. We are importing LNG at current, the cargo price is around 6.5 to 7.8. Why shouldn't we give the same price to the gas discovery in our own backyard? We will do more Make in India. We will promote more employment here. We will create more opportunities for the industry to grow here instead, and we'll save precious foreign exchange. Our policies are only supporting the other countries, those who are supplying to us. Why not support your own industry and optimally exploit all your potential? So I will leave at that. So the message is that I strongly feel, I have taken from FICCI platform also, the domestic producer has to be given import parity price, and there has to be more awareness created amongst the consumers for that instead of importing LNG at that price, it is better to use your own gas. And one issue which perhaps Mr. Tripathi forgot to mention is the address he has been telling, and I would reiterate that the pooling mechanism. Everybody wants ONGC's APM gas at $2.3 MMBTU. It is impossible. The pooling mechanism will give the solution, and that is how we will be able to exploit our domestic resources to the optimum. That is how we will be able to reduce import dependence. It will be just a wishful thinking that getting the APM price at this prices, it is just not possible to solve our this energy situations. The friends, I will actually have to leave. Actually, I have to rush to airport right from here. And you know the waiting there for over there is, my super boss, my wife. My pleasure of receiving this award will get hugely diluted if I am very much late there. So I'll seek permission of the chair and all of you to leave now. I hope I have left whatever message I wanted to convey.